What's going on, guys? So it's been a minute since I uploaded a video, and reasoning behind that is, well, I just got lazy and I got sidetracked trying to find parts for my first PC. So let's see now. For one, I am not computer tech savvy, as you would say. I did some YouTubing, searched around, asked some friends, and it's weird that I'm not looking at the camera. No, just weird. I asked some friends, and yeah, I YouTubed it. I searched around, see what I could get, especially during this whole pandemic that it's causing a lot of things to go out of stock and whatnot, and a lot of people are doing the same thing I'm doing. But yeah, I decided to do it anyways. I needed a better PC to do capturing my videos from my PS4, and I was like, why not? Let's just get started with something I can upgrade in the future, and let me get the basics and I guess the most budget-friendly stuff you can get on the market right now, from my point of view. Others might find cheaper, others might find better quality when it comes to getting used parts. Let's start going down the parts list here. Once again, I don't know anything about computers, so I'm just gonna be reading off the boxes. If I pronounce it wrong, well, I pronounce it wrong. Anyways, we'll start off here with the GPU, or the graphics card here, as they would say. Which they do say. I got the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. I got the 4 gig right there. Now, I bought this one used. Well, let's get this big guy out of the way. I also read that and saw videos you have to get a good power supply. Now, once again, I was on a tight budget. It is the ARESGAME AGV 500 watt and 80 plus bronze. Someone told me at least get bronze. And now what is this? The CPU I got. Let's see here. Read it, whatever. It is the Ryzen 3rd gen processor. Forgot what it was. Hold on, give me a second. AMD Ryzen 5 36 6-core 12-thread processor. Not a clue what that means. This comes with the with the cooler. What does it say here? Wrath thermal solution. What's next? Let's see this. I guess this is yeah. So these are my fans. Might be backwards. Whatever. EZDIY-FAB. EZDIY-FAB. It's okay. You guys really don't care. Next is the motherboard. I went with the what is this? MSI B450 AMD motherboard, gaming plus Max. So let's see what we got here. Oh, gotta be gentle. It is. It's a Corsair CARBIDE series spec 5 mid-tower gaming case. I think for now this will do the trick. It comes with one fan already and a whole lot of other stuff I don't know. But it's gonna be fun to, put this together and see what I can make out of it. Now for the RAM sticks, I'm actually using them from my old HP computer. They're about 6 GB. I hope it works, and if it doesn't, then well, I'm gonna have to go back on Amazon and get me some RAM sticks, which would suck, but whatever. And then as well with my hard drive, I'm gonna take it off of my old computer excuse me, and throw them on and throw it on there and see if that works as well. It should, I guess, but only one way to find out. All right, so we're gonna start off with the motherboard. Now I have to go back and forth and watch some of the YouTube video that I was looking at, which I went with watching Tech Source. I like his channel. He's got a lot of cool stuff and very informative. So pretty much let's start off with the CPU. They say grab it from the sides. Now apparently there's a little triangle I'm supposed to look for. So at the bottom here, the corner, you'll see it, but there's like a little triangle. And you have to match. Oh my god, it is over here. Stupid camera. I don't know if you can see it. So pretty much what he's talking about, I guess. Hold on, yeah, it's that little triangle right. Can't even get it to focus right there. Right there as well, yeah, that's what I thought. There's like a little triangle as well. And then just gently, it'll fall into place. Oh, I apologize. Like so. I put the lever back down. Bingo. So now, what they wanted me to do is take off these little holders right here, I guess you would say. So I can put the cooler on top. It's tight. There it is. We'll set these aside. Now, once again, this isn't how to build PC. It's just, I guess, showing you from a beginner's point of view. So if you want more information on, or you're looking for how to build your first PC, I wouldn't recommend following my instructions as I'm following someone else's. So, yeah, just putting that out there. This is the cooler right here. Oh, yep. And now, I think I'm screwed. Because I don't even know if the screws would fit. I don't know if that means stop. But it hasn't bottomed out. So, I don't know. Oh, it's just a spring making the noise. That bottomed out there. That bottomed out there. Oh, that got me scared a little bit, honestly, because I thought it wasn't gonna fit. So another top. You got here that says fan 1. We should plug it in. Nope, don't go that way. That'll be like, I guess, the CPU fan 1. Gotta be gentle with it. That's a bingo. Alright, I know with this, they always say put the RAM sticks and then it should hide it away. So let's see what the RAM sticks are. There's a certain way that they say to put it, which would be right there. You see that? It says you have to put it on first A2 and B2. Mine aren't the greatest sticks, but shit. Alright, so I guess the red ones. this way. So I should have checked. I don't have the proper RAM sticks for this. So it's definitely not gonna work. Well, like I kind of figured it might happen where I've run into a problem. I do not have the proper RAM sticks. I was using these ones right here that came out of my old HP computer, and well, they're not the right ones. I guess they're too old. Not entirely sure, but whatever. I guess I have to get the RAM sticks off of Amazon. Well, so couldn't put in the RAM sticks just yet, and I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but I'm just gonna go ahead with the build, and then I guess for tomorrow one, I just ordered actually the sticks, the RAM sticks right now. Should be coming in tomorrow, so when they come in, I'll throw them on. But I'm an impatient man, and I cannot put that on, like put the whole build on hold just because of that. So let's see. I need an Allen key, which looks like it comes already in here. Rip that out. Let's see. The next step is to throw this on. Okay, so take that out. Gonna lay that out on the plastic protected side. Hopefully it doesn't get scratched. Let's see here. So you can see right here is the fan that comes with, just a clear, like I guess regular one. It is bolted down. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out. Pretty sure I popped the front cover out. I got the wires here. I've decided to go I'm gonna get this thing out. Oh wait, there it is. To go out the hard drive way. And I think if I didn't need the hard drive, I could potentially have taken this whole unit out. But that's something in the future I'll do. I couldn't save money with the RAM sticks, but you know, here's the rest of the hardware. A few zip ties, some screws and whatnot, and yeah. So yeah, my hard drive will have to go in here. So the next part was to put in already the motherboard into the case. Now you have to make sure that each one of these motherboards, I guess, have different standoff holes, as they would say. And it was like these right here. Mine actually came with 9, and luckily, like the motherboard required 9, and the case came with 9 already installed. But I'm sure if it doesn't, most cases they come equipped with ones that you can install yourself. So now I'm gonna go ahead and actually screw these down. I actually got all the screws tightened in. Next step would be to install the power supply. So let's get to it. So I got this right here, right? Now it came out with like a test plug, so you can like turn it on, make sure that it's working properly before you install it. So I thought it's pretty cool. Hopefully it, you know, lives up to the standard of, you know, that it is a proper test. But yeah, it says if the fan it begins to spin up, then the power supply should be functioning correctly. So hopefully, on my luck, I hope it works. All right, I think I've said this like 3-4 times now. We're gonna put in the power supply. As you can see, my motherboard's in there already. Okay, let's see. So I would assume that the fan goes down. because there's a hole at the bottom. So we're gonna go with that. Take this sucker out. So this right here actually was the tester device thing that came with it. And damn, that's a lot of cables. I'll feed these cables maybe potentially through here. Throw this sucker in right here. Hold on, wait a minute. Put it through there. All right, that's 1 of 100 cables. So I have to go through that hole. Don't you just love it when it's tight? So, where am I having issues here? There it is. Boom! It fits like a sleeve. Alrighty. She's in. She's ready to be screwed on using a magnetic screwdriver. Just makes it a lot easier, and I can see why they would say that. Messing around with little tiny screws all here. Okay. Tends to get one frustrated. Alrighty then. So I put my hard drive in here. It came with the cable from my old computer, the SATA cable. And I also am installing the SATA power cable from the power supply. Now there's so many connectors that look the same. So I'm just trying to be extra gentle. This fit a while ago. I don't know why it's not fitting now. There it is. There you go. So that's from the power supply. This cable right here goes back into the motherboard. We'll throw that back in there. So as you can see, brought over the SATA cable to the front. And there's 2 ports here. So I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe put in the number 1 slot. Clip it in nicely. Whatever, it's 1 cable that's gonna be sticking out there. And then, yeah, so that's the hard drives installed. The next step we're gonna do is install my fan. So the cam's already with the fan installed here, but it's just not gonna go with the rest of the fans that I have. I have a total of 5, so I'm trying to go ahead and remove this one for now. I'm looking here, I don't see like a direction of airflow. Alright, well, I'm gonna install this and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so managed to get the first one on. Now, like this, I want it to drop down. So I'm gonna install 2 in the front. I'm gonna do 2 intake and 3 exhaust. Jeez, man, all these cables, man. So I got 2 there. Got that. Now, so if that's being intake, let's see. That's being intake. That screw don't belong here. Got 2 more screws here. We'll leave it to the side. Let's see. We'll put 1 in the rear over here, but now I have a situation. Wire management. Alrighty, so this thing is becoming more frustrating over time, taking a lot of time out of my day, but it's quite neat actually. So what I did now was I ended up putting 2 intakes, and I hope I have them flowing the right way. Now what I also did was, because I saw one of the videos, I believe it was from the Tech Source videos that I seen when they were building a PC, was a lot of cable management is required for the fans, and I like to look neat, so I didn't want to do my work twice, which I might if I didn't route the fans correctly. But you can see there's this cable right here, and for all these other ones as well, what I did was I removed some of the screws from the actual motherboard, so that way I can tilt the motherboard back a bit and sneak in the wires from behind it. That way, keeping the wires in the front minimal as possible, and everything is routed to the back. It comes out right here, 2, 3 over here, and time to, I guess, start connecting everything and see where that goes. All right, so this thing is getting really frustrating with all these cables, and I'm not very patient, man, so having a hard time keeping my cool. But anyways, so far I put a couple cables on, power to the motherboard, I think. Yep, DX power. And I also put a CPU power right up there. Now, what I did before was I put the fans on, and this is something maybe you guys should look in before, like installing like certain things, right? Because in the video that I watched, he was able to install, he said to install the fans first, but I guess it depends on the type of case you have. Now, my case, it's kind of like, or I guess the motherboard as well, right? But so in my case, I was trying to like keep as much wires as like, you know, hidden as possible. And with the fans being up there, I couldn't really install my CPU connector to the motherboard. So what I wanted to initially do was the same way I routed the wires for the fans through the back of the motherboard. I wanted to do the same thing with the CPU cable. So I ended up taking these 2 fans on top and taking out the motherboard as well, only to find out that the cable from the power source isn't long enough, and it's kind of thick, so it wouldn't have enough room to like bend into the connector, or the pins, as you would, like, if you would want to call it. So what I ended up doing was just routing it from here. Hopefully you guys can see this, but routing it from the outside through this hole to the top behind the fans, behind this cover from the motherboard as well. So it's on the top edge of it, and it's pretty well hidden. And what I can do later on is just like kind of like put some double-sided tape up there to kind of like just hold it together more, or like some zip ties, and it should look pretty neat. Another thing that I did now was I put this fan cable through my fans on top, so it's kind of a little bit more hidden. So when the RAM sticks go in, it's like it's gonna be pretty much not noticeable. I can tuck it in even more. From someone who's never done this before, I would suggest, you know, definitely see where all the cables run, see how long they are, see how much room you have to play with, and what ways you can, like, you know, conceal them better. Because then if you start putting things in and then you start putting wires afterwards, you're gonna realize, like I just did, that I had to remove the motherboard when I really didn't, because it wouldn't fit, like the cables wouldn't fit behind it. So it just takes a little extra time out of my, like, you know, my build, and a little also frustration added to the build. Yeah, so now I've run into another problem. It turns out that when you don't do your homework properly, you tend to buy the wrong things. So you can see right there my RGB fans that my RGB fans that I bought that came with this little like hub right here is a 3-pin connector like this, and my motherboard does not support that. So being the lazy person that I am, instead of taking out the fans, 'cause I'm already frustrated as it is, I looked on Amazon and found that there's a splitter for this that goes from a 4-pin to the motherboard, and then I can connect it onto here, and hopefully it works. And if it doesn't, then I'm screwed again. That is the finished product. I went with the Corsair 16 gigabyte believes RGB RAM sticks, and yeah, I like it. It's running smoothly. You know, I like the case, I like the outcome. Well, there you have it, guys. Just briefly, like I said, it took me a while to install the RAM sticks and figure out what was going on with my LED fans, but found out that they didn't work through the motherboard, and that even though the connection was there, it still wasn't compatible somewhat for some reason. So they were only able to control through the remote, which I'm cool with as long as the lights are working. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for following me on this brief little journey of my first PC. Definitely will put the link down below for the video that I watched that helped me install all of this, which is from TechSource. They have really cool, he has really cool content on there for all these PCs and PC builds and all these setups. So definitely give that guy a watch, like his channel a watch. And if you can, guys, leave me a like and subscribe, please. Thank you. And hopefully this has helped any beginners out there like myself. So, deuces.